What a beautiful autumn morning. It's lovely and quiet and the birds are singing, and I wonder what the day's got in store for Tony and myself today.
I think Tracy's brought to the garden again.
Tony and myself decided to go down to the town centre in Neath, and first stop was somewhere for breakfast, and we went to the local Wetherspoons, as you really can't beat a Wetherspoons pub for breakfast. Then later on we decided to have a little look around the shops. I popped into the range as I wanted to get some fleece. We also popped into the local general market. And this is where we like to come, as Tony likes to go to the butcher's here and just collect a few bits and pieces. And I also do some lovely Welsh cheeses here. And after that then we nipped into B&M. And I wanted to have a look at the plants. So while Tony does a little bit of shopping around the store, I've come in to see what they've got in the plant department. And they've still got the lovely £150 palms. They've got 2 of these left now, and there's one just at the back there. But this one is a lovely example, and I am tempted. And if my euphorbia in the garden, my Wildfenii, doesn't pull through, I could plant one of these right there in the space. And considering it's mid-October now, they've still got a lovely selection of plants. And there's the volcano fern. I've got one of them, £6.50. They've got some lovely ferns here, and they're all the same price. And I've bought quite a few from here, and they've grown into be really healthy plants. They've still got plenty of the hellebores that I bought a few weeks ago. And these are a good buy at £5 each. And I think I bought 2 of these. And you can't really go wrong for that price. I'm not really a fan of these coloured heathers. They don't really fit into the scheme of my garden. And some more lovely euonymus just on the top shelf there. Lovely evergreen plants. I got some very reasonably priced phormiums here, and you just can't go wrong for the price here. These are £12.50. They're not really that big at the moment, but I've got both of them, the Phormium Jester and the Sundowner, and they will grow into some lovely specimens. So plant these ones in the garden, and I'm sure in a year or 2 they'll turn into some lovely plants. And we also need to start thinking at a later date for something to keep Tony's agave in. These are quite nice pots here, $15.99. I'd rather have a black one, but that is a nice looking pot, and it's quite light as well. Some lovely rhododendrons.
Oh, not a rhododendron.
And these are going to be lovely pink flowers on these, and a red one there. And Luno whites. And these are only £12.50. And that's quite a large plant there. So if you're looking for a new rhododendron, B&M is definitely the place to visit. And they've still got the olive trees in stock. £100 each these are. I've got one of these in the centre of the garden and it's doing really well. So we're back now from our little jaunt in the Neath town centre, and let me just show you what I bought. So I've been getting ready now for the winter, and I've got 3 packets of the fleece, and I bought this in the range, 2 packets of the jute twine. So these are going to be used now on my bananas and also on my tree ferns. And while we were in B&M, I just had to go for another veggie dinosaur heuchera. I'm going a bit wild for heucheras at the moment, and I just can't help myself. And where I planted the other heucheras the other day, I have just moved 1 or 2, just to evenly space the colours. As when I looked at it after planting, I did have 2 of the same colour together, and I think it looks better now with the colours spaced out. And that there is the other veggie dinosaur heuchera that I bought not long ago, and that settled in beautifully. And I really like it there, so I thought I really should buy another one. Now the other thing that I couldn't resist, and this was from the range, was this tiki ornament for the garden. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I did like it as soon as I saw it. And the funny story is, we bought one, we put it in the trolley, and when Tony went to get it out, he dropped it and it smashed on the floor. So we had to go in and get another one. And I don't know where we're going to keep that yet, but it'll go somewhere in the garden for next year. But what a fantastic little ornament that is. Things that I bought for the garden, look. And I forgot to show you the other day these lovely hooks that I bought in Zoa's, and these aren't going to be used in the garden, these are for my bathroom, and I've been looking for something a little bit different for a few weeks, and trust me to find them in the garden centre. So the salvia hot lips are still flowering, and I've got one in the centre there, right by the greenhouse. And the other side of the pathway, there's another one there. And I've had a little bit of a jig about with the heucheras that are planted along the border. And just the other side, that is now where I've planted the heucherella. Now I am hoping for a little bit of rain tonight. We haven't had rain here in South Wales now for well over a week. So I have been coming out and just watering the top of the tree fern, especially this new one here, as I want to keep this quite damp. But I think we are going to be lucky now and have a little bit of rain this evening. And this is the area that I want that heuchera to go in, which is in the centre bed just underneath the palm tree. And it's probably one of the only spaces that I've got in the garden, and I've been thinking about what I can put in this, and I think that'll look lovely with one of the giant heucheras. Now this is the bottom of the garden, and that is the Wolfenii, Euphorbia Wolfenii, that's not doing too well. But the trouble is, the top of each stem seems to be doing okay. So I don't want to give up on it yet. But if all else does fail and it does decide to die, then that'll be the area where I could plant another one of them trachycarpus from B&M, and we've got one there already. So that would add a little bit of height into the garden, just along the back border. But I'm not going to give up on that just yet. Now it won't be long before the bananas will need to be wrapped up for the winter. And looking back at last year's video, it was mid-November that I did it last year. So I think I got a few more weeks left yet. And what I found is that the bananas will tell you when they're ready, as they start to thin down and the leaves do start to brown off. So I think I got a few weeks left yet. The temperatures aren't too bad at the moment. And it's about 5-6 degrees overnight now here in South Wales, UK. The heuchera now is planted in, and all I've got to do now is give that a good water. But I do think that it looks quite nice there now, just over the edge of the pathway. And that should be an ideal spot for it. It's not too sunny in the summer. Well, good morning. It's Sunday today, and I didn't expect to have this weather. It's absolutely pouring down outside, and I think last night we had a little bit of a wild night. As when I got up this morning and came out, things were strewn everywhere, all over the floor, and the bamboo has come down from the roof, but that'll just have to be propped back up. I had watering cans all around the garden. Dustpan and brush was in the middle of the garden. So I think it's been really windy overnight. But nevertheless, it's been so dry the last week. I'm sure the plants will appreciate some rainfall. And I've been busy this morning, painting the door in the bathroom ready for the new hooks. I was up like a button this morning. Not like me at all. But just look at all that rain. Lovely for the garden though. But it doesn't matter what the weather is like. The birds still need feeding. But at least I can stay quite dry underneath the conifers while I'm filming. And I'm glad to say that the tree fern had a lovely soak last night, so that's going to be really happy for the weather. Well, it's certainly not the best of weather today, and I don't think we're going to get any gardening done. So I think I'd better leave it there, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.